Everybody, so we're back for Thursday's calculations, and we have 123 divided by 41. So this is what's under the bar, this is what's outside. Same thing as we've been doing the last couple of days. I know that 40 times 3, and I'm going to put that over here for my estimate, 40 times 3 equals 120. And I get that from going 4 times 3. I know that as my fact. Gives me 12, and because I have this 0 here, I'm going to have a 0 there. So this answer should be pretty close to 3. Okay, so let's start with our actual calculation. So I'm going to do 41 times 3 and see what I get. 3 times 1 gives me 3. 3 times 4 gives me 12. So exactly 123. So I'm going to put my 3 up here, and I'm going to put my 123 down here. This is from my three groups. There are 3 groups of 41 and 123. 41 times 3 gives me 123. When I subtract, I get 0. So my final answer is 3. Okay, so my decimal, I have 28 hundredths divided by 7 tenths. When I put it this way under the bar, so remember, I'm going to look outside. I'm going to move this over 1 because I'm looking here. If I move that over 1, I need to move this over 1, and I bring that up. Okay, so if I look at it this way, I know I have 2 and 8 tenths of something, and I'm splitting that between 7 people. I know that this number, because of where the decimal is going to be less than 1 because I have smaller amount, but I also know that 7 times 4 gives me 28. So my answer here is probably going to be 4. And if I actually do that, I put my 4 here. 7 times 4 gives me 28. Again, look, guys, all about the facts, right? And when I subtract, I get 0. So my answer here is actually 4 tenths. Okay, so my fractions today are 3/8 plus 4/6. Remember, I need a common denominator. Okay, I'm going to look for my least common multiple. Okay, so if I know, that's where I'm skip counting. Okay, so when I skip count, I know the first kind of common multiple that I come to, that's going to be the smallest. When I look down 8's column and I look down 6's column, it's going to be 24. In order for me to get, and so I'm going to put this here, I'm going for 24. Sorry, I'm trying for the light here. I'm going to get 24 here. In order for me to do that, I did 8 times 3, so I'm going to do times 3 over 3. And this one here is going to be times 4 over 4. Okay, so when I do 3 times 3, I'm going to get 9 here. And 4 times 4 here is 16. Because remember, I go across the top, multiply across the top, across the bottom. Okay, once I have that, okay, when I add my 9 plus 16, I end up with 25 over 24. It's kind of the same as yesterday, right? I have an improper. In my whole, I have 24 pieces. So I know I'm going to have one whole, because what I'm doing is I'm taking out of the 25, I take 24 out of there. That's how I get my one whole. And then I'm going to have 1 over 24 left. So there is my fraction. That's going to be my simplest form, okay? Okay, so my fraction on here is 21 over 56. When I actually look at my multiplication chart, or if I just know my facts, right, I know that 7 is a common factor here. So I can divide by 7 over 7, and I know that, so now I'm looking, right, my answer is going to be what number times 7 equals 21? It's going to be 3. And 8 times 7 equals 56. I'm going to show you again on the calculator. Remember, this is our calculations. We're not supposed to be using calculator, but in our problems, like word problems, we'll have fractions. So I want to make sure that we review again. If my fraction is 21 over 56, I'm going to type in, so I'm going to show you I have 21, and then I'm going to hit this key. Remember, it's going to look like that. And I'm going to hit 56. Now watch what happens, because when I have this sign here, that's putting this as the fraction. That's not putting it as a division sign. When I hit my enter, it will give it to me in lowest terms. Remember, that's what we just did. Let me move that to show you. Sorry, no, I took it away. 3/8, okay? So the other thing that we could do is to put it in as a division, right? Because anytime you see it written this way, it means 21 divided by 56. That's another way to think of our fractions. 21, and we have our divided by, and I have 56. And when I put my enter sign, remember, that's going to give it to me as a decimal. And when I hit my second function, fraction to decimal, it'll look like that. And then I hit my enter sign. It'll give it to me in lowest terms. Okay? I hope you're doing well. See you tomorrow.